Welcome to Stay Dangerous 360 podcast. I'm your host, Kahlil. This is my co-host,
Sean Paris.
And Chris, Grind Media, right behind the camera.
No doubt. And this is episode 12. All right, so we're going to get into some things today.
Let's go.
Let's get into what we was talking about before.
We're talking about a lot.
We're talking about...
I'm not holding back this
We're
episode.
talking about communication.
Yeah.
We're talking about...
Yeah. Over communication specifically.
It's something you brought up, Sean. So let's get into it.
It's been a week, guys. I've had a week. But I'll keep it simple. I'll give you out a simple version. I basically want to know how much communication is too much. And this is the backdrop so people know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
You got DMs, you got Instagram, you got Facebook Messenger, you got phone calls, you got FaceTime, you got emails. I don't know if people use Skype, but you got mad stuff.
Yo, do they still have Skype?
They do, but I haven't been on that, you know?
Okay.
You got Google Meets, you got Zoom, you got you have so many channels for people to communicate, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I've been communicating more, my web design business is doing well.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
I have paid clients now. It's amazing.
Fantastic.
The other side of that
is
that you talk and communicate a lot more than you were before. So I'm just noticing like patterns.
Yeah.
Like certain stuff could have been said in an email, but people like want to call and like chat.
What do you mean chat?
A lot of people just like to tell you like their story. Or a lot of people like to tell you something that could have been said in an email.
A simple text or email?
Because doing websites, it's like we could do a whole website and not get on the phone and everything's through email. Because it's web-based.
Right.
And we don't have to stay here. But I'm just saying all this to set the stage for like how much communication is too much in this day and age.
Too much.
And how do you handle that? That's like the other part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel that it's very easy to over communicate nowadays, right? All right. When you're not getting emails, when you're not getting text messages, when you're not getting calls, you're probably getting memes and reels.
Bro. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, yo.
How many of those are funny, by the way? Like actually funny?
There's some of my friends, like I have a friend, I'm not going to say his name because
even
though I've told him myself,
but
his sense of humor is just wild. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That he laughs at everything. Sometimes the shit he sends me is like,
that's the thing.
You know?
And
he's like dying at it type shit. And
it's not like it's not that funny.
Nah, you know, sometimes he'll be dying and I'm like, oh, what's up? And he shows me on his phone and I'm just like, oh. You know? I'm surprised that someone would laugh at something as hard as he does. But that's great though, you know? Yeah. But the thing is that now we get bombarded with like notifications on our phones on a daily basis, and it's some of them are work related, text messages, phone calls and stuff too. Scam likely be fucking jumping in our shit sometimes.
Likely out of control.
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
I feel you. Over communication. I don't know. I it's like when I don't know if I get over communication. The one thing I think about when you brought that up is when is it time to actually call someone? Like when you email in.
Don't call if it can be sent in an email.
And you text.
That's my standpoint.
Don't call. That's your thing.
If it can be sent in an email, you can text me.
Yeah. Because sometimes because now you're emailing back and forth crazy or you texting back and forth crazy. For me, it's usually texting, and even when it was the clients. It's texting back and forth crazy. And I'm like, okay, especially with a new client, if it's an already established client, then the texting is whatever. It's usually simple. And this time, oh no, this day, But if it's a new client and they're really trying to hammer out a date just to meet, especially for that orientation or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes the texting is too crazy. And I was like, listen, can I just call you real quick?
I mean, but that's cool because it's like y'all conducting business and it's like y'all just...
Now, you talking about business or when it comes to friends too?
It can be both. So this is my whole thing. Remember I talked about the threshold, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're talking to your people, you're talking business, everybody's got like a threshold about like, yo, I can communicate. It's like fun. It's like flowing. When you go past that threshold where it's like, yo, I don't want another conversation. I don't want another reel or meme. I don't want another, I forgot voice notes. I don't want another voice note. I don't want another thing to respond to.
I rarely get those.
Yeah.
But it's rare. Like, what do you, how do you communicate past your threshold? Because it's so easy to like reach your threshold. Do you know? Am I explaining it right? Does it make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
think
are.
so.
Okay,
You
has
are.
everyone reached their threshold?
Bro,
Spoiler alert! I've reached my threshold like this week.
I wake up and my
Yeah.
threshold is at its max. Like
Your threshold is at its max, but it's
literally, as soon as I wake up,
it's at its max.
Yes.
It's just like,
How
yo,
does that feel?
it's at its
Talk about
max.
that,
bro.
because people don't talk
listen,
about that.
I have
Yeah.
always said I wish that, even though I kind of don't. I love everything that I'm seeing today, like innovation,
Technology's great.
technology,
Hell
all the
yeah.
stuff we have right now.
Yeah.
This is a great camera. But I've always said that I wish I was born before there were phones,
Okay,
because
That's
I
wild.
hate getting
I think he means cell phones, but
phone. Yeah, cell
50,
phones.
60. Okay, yeah.
I just hate getting phone calls like throughout the day and text messages and shit. I hate it.
Yes,
And it's
no,
not
it's
against
real.
anyone. It's
It's
just
mean.
it just bugs me.
Yeah. That's just
you.
know? Because then I have to answer, you know, and especially if I know that it's probably gonna be important,
Mm-hmm.
I just have to answer. And
It's
I
like
hate-
pressure, right?
it's pressure, yeah. And I don't want to be an
pressure.
asshole. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'll call them later, you know.
and
But
then
that's
but do you feel bad?
hell yeah. You know when I feel
Nobody
bad
knows
too, when
about
someone
this.
sends a voice note
Yeah.
and I just write back, I text them back instead. I get pressured. Like, do I send a
dog.
voice note back?
So let me okay.
Go ahead. No, get your shit off.
Is
an open
this
forum.
is this weird? So what I do is, since I'm on my phone a lot,
okay?
right? I guess we all are. So I gotta communicate with clients. So what I do is I tend to turn my phone off every couple of days. I turn it off for like 2 hours, sometimes 3.
Okay, like a disconnect.
A straight disconnect. I literally turn it off, but it's
Interesting.
like it's off.
Is 2 hours enough?
2-3 hours. I don't know. I just need some type of disconnect, just for a little bit.
So it sounds like that
Shit.
resets it. So like right before you hit your threshold, it sounds like it brings you back down.
Maybe that's how I deal with it.
Yeah,
I
because
feel
you don't
like
seem as
maybe-
like passionate as we.
yeah.
You seem
yeah.
like you're, which is good. You seem like
Yeah.
you're communicating.
Yeah.
You're on top of. These
I'm
are good things.
like I try to be, and I think at least my pops and my moms used to tell me that I'm pretty low key usually all the time, like
Okay.
just chill person, and I carry that to this day still, and I think I try to be as balanced as possible. So
Okay.
I'm on the phone a lot, so I was just like, okay, let's just cut that off for a little bit. And
I think that's cool that you do that. I think it's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Some
okay.
people think it's super weird. They'd be like, what if something happens? And I'd be like, well, there were times when, we kind of grew up with cell phones, but there were times when a lot of us didn't, people didn't have cell phones in the fucking 70s and, 60s and shit happened. And the
Yeah.
word got back to them. Like I've had people literally tell me like, wait, what if something happens to someone in your family? What if I was like, I'm going to get the word. When I turn my phone back on and I'm going to get the word.
But
I just
it's
won't get
important
it
to
at that time.
disconnect.
Huh?
It's important to like just disconnect for a bit.
For me, it is.
Okay.
For me, it is.
Why don't you just put on Do Not Disturb?
I like the phone to be off because, as we know, most of us know now, like it's the phone sends those radio waves out.
Watch out,
They're
guys.
not good for us,
Okay.
right? They're not good for us, and we always have it on our body, and we get those radio waves, and
Yeah.
it's really not good. That energy is not good all the time. So
Okay.
that's another reason why I do it.
Yeah, you know
respect
what? He's not. Well, not about the radio waves, but there was a time when someone stole my
I don't know if
phone.
I'm saying that correctly. I don't know if it's the radio waves or whatever, but
Some shit like that.
This is a
Radiation.
science podcast. Do
Is
your
it
research.
radiation or radio waves? Or
might be radiation. I don't
Radiation,
know. It could be
yeah.
straight up radiation. I don't know. Yeah.
Nah, but there was a time that I lost my phone and I was phoneless for like 2 or 3 days. And at first I hated it because I'm like, damn, I don't even have music because I used to work, as a porter,
Yeah.
Mm.
and I wanted to listen to like podcasts and stuff. But it turned out that I enjoyed not having a phone.
You like
You know,
recalibrate.
I loved it because
Yeah.
I wasn't worried about getting any calls or anything like that. I had a great excuse too. Yeah, I
Oh, you
lost my
just got a
phone.
call now.
Lost my phone.
I'm just playing.
So-
He's traumatized. Sorry.
Yeah, I really saw my face. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit. But it felt mad good to like, to not have a phone and just be able to think.
The last time I had that situation, I didn't lose my phone, but
Mm.
it was basically lost. I went camp with my cousins, and there was no reception.
Fucking bear stole it from you.
It was like 3 days. It was about 3 days, same shit. And phone was just a brick, pretty much. All we do is play music on it.
Okay.
So I was like, it's not that bad.
It's nice.
Not that bad. Yeah. I was also in a relationship at the time too, and it felt great.
Okay.
It also felt great
reasons.
to not. Just a straight.
I'm telling
Hey,
you,
I
bro.
couldn't call you. I actually couldn't call you. You know.
But
So,
also, I think that
up?
the difference here is that the three of us are entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
So it's like maybe we deal with stuff like that more than the average person because we have like you have to deal with clients, you have to look for clients, you got to look for work, all that stuff. So
You got a
constantly on
personal
your
life
phone.
too. People
And you
hit
have
you
a
up.
personal life. You got friends, family, girlfriend, possibly. Am I the only one here that is?
Yeah, I'm
You're the
single.
only one that's shacked up right now.
It's
bro.
a single life.
Yeah,
Nah, it's all good. I feel great.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Why you said it like that, bro?
What?
I don't like being shunned like that. I don't like being
Nah,
looked down. I don't like being looked down upon,
It
bro.
wasn't shade, dog. It wasn't shade.
He said, "Oh well, that's you should have seen that look on his face." He said,
It wasn't shade.
"Oh, all right."
But wait, I do have a quick question. So like, all right, how do you deal with responding to people
Yeah.
once you've reached your threshold and you don't want to communicate with anybody?
Nah, you do it anyway. Unfortunately.
Do you?
Yeah, if it's important enough, yeah.
Because I've been ignoring some stuff this week.
Oh yeah, me too. I ignore a lot of people all the time.
Okay.
You know, but
I be forgetting to hit people back.
Really? Okay. A minute ago, it seemed like you were just a great communicator. Now you're
No,
like,
no,
you're-
like because if
ignoring.
I get a text when I'm working and stuff like that, I don't text back when
Oh, but that
I'm
doesn't
working.
count. Yeah.
So I forget.
Oh, you don't text at all after?
No, like, and I forget for hours, and then I'm, oh shit. Then
Yeah.
but I tell them, be like, yo, sorry, I was working. That happened today actually.
Okay.
It was they text me like at 10:30, and I was working,
Yeah.
and then like at 4:30, so I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Then that was it. Now I be forgetting sometimes.
But then it's also in your head, you think that someone is gonna take it personal. Like if you have a couple hours without responding, you feel like an asshole because they're gonna take it personal. But
yeah,
I think that for the most part, most people are understanding nowadays. You know,
yeah. People,
Are
I
they?
think
people rolling around. Doing a
yes,
lot of
people
things.
do take
People
it
busy.
personal. People
Yeah.
do take it personal.
Yeah,
But I think that everyone now that I don't think we are the only ones thinking, you know,
About this
whole
topic.
threshold. Yeah, about this topic.
right.
Everyone, bro. Do you know how crazy it is? Like I've seen certain videos on Instagram, certain reels that have like fucking 100 to 200,000 shares
yeah.
on one video.
Mm.
You know, so you could only imagine how many people are on their phones just sharing,
I see
sharing,
what you're
sharing.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
crazy.
That's all you do when you're on reels. You're just sharing.
No,
You got-
It's nuts.
I'm gonna correct both of you. I don't do that.
Oh,
I'm not hitting you with memes and links and
I'm
shit
part
that I
of the
think is
problem. I'm
funny.
gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah,
I'm
so
part of the problem.
that's why I get so taken aback because I'm like, yo, I'm not the guy to really like
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, I'm getting a lot coming my way. But I think I might be like a little bit more hardcore than y'all. Like, I'll kind of wait like a day or two to respond.
Wow. Purposely.
Like, not intentionally, but it's like,
Not intentionally.
I'm
you
busy,
Just,
I'm
you
doing
just said
stuff.
you ignore people.
no, I said I'll wait a day or two.
Oh, okay. But I heard ignore recently. Did you not? Did you not
Oh,
hear
but
ignore?
I'm talking
Yeah.
about a different, this is like a different situation where like I mean to respond to you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Gotcha,
my
gotcha,
bad. I
gotcha,
didn't
gotcha.
clarify. I mean to respond.
Okay.
But then it's like a day or two. But then it's some
Okay.
people that like I mean to respond, but like it's not really like pressing.
Gotcha.
And that goes to like 5 days, 6 days, 7 days.
That has happened to me so many times.
So I don't know if anybody here can speak to that, but it's like I do have conversations that like will correspond like once a week. And it's like
Yeah.
I can't fit you in like more than
You
that.
know, while we're on this, so we were supposed to have a guest today. They couldn't make it. Hopefully, they'll be here the next time.
That's what you said last time too.
Did I say that last time?
Yeah, you did.
Well, this is someone else, so whatever.
Okay.
They couldn't make it. It was a female. So, I wish she was here because you brought this up, and it had me thinking about when you text.
It always comes back to the things.
When you
Always comes back
text
to the joints.
a ting,
Yeah.
you know damn well they seen that text. and they wait for dumb long to respond.
Sounds like you got something you want to say. Would you tell us more?
Nah, but I'm like, I know you seen the text, bro. Like,
what, bro, or
I mean, you know what I'm talking about. If I'm talking like, bro, I'm still. We talking about checks right now.
all right,
Bro.
all right, all right.
So anyway,
Okay.
so you know to see in the text and like respond to that shit, especially if it's like, yo, something simple.
Yeah, what's the text? You like give us more. Is it just a
So
hey,
it's
how
like,
you
yo,
doing? Is it
what's
like,
good, yo? I gotta holler at you real quick. I gotta talk to you about something real quick. Definitely, and I'll say this is almost verbatim. Hey, yo, hit me back. I gotta talk to you real quick. You know,
are we about
and
to pod
then,
now? Because I got some
boom.
shit to say.
No response. Like, bro, I
Is
know you. Like, I know you. Like,
this
what
like
the
a
fuck?
real-
Say
this-
you can't. Say, hey, yo, some shit's going on right now. I can't hit you or whatever.
All right.
Like, that's what I would do. It don't even if the worst shit's going on.
Yeah, women treat their text messages differently. They treat their text messages like disposable, from what I've kind of gathered. So it's like,
So that just made me think like, okay, so they don't really fuck me like that. That's what that's the only thing that means.
if with women, from my experience, and we will definitely get a girl on the pod, but
Yeah.
my experience, if it's not what they got going on and like they top 3 things in their
Yeah.
life between like work and personal and
Yeah.
business or whoever they talking to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they seen it, but they gonna get to it when they get to it.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, oh shit, okay, yeah.
I'm like, bro, this.
What you think about that?
That don't make sense to me.
Chris, what you think?
Something mad simple. I'm like, yo, if some shit going on, just say, yo, this is it. That's it. Done deal. It ain't even big like that.
No, but I think that it's true what Kahlil says. Like, unfortunately, it comes down to if they fuck with you or not. Because if a woman is interested in you, bro,
But I'm not even talking about that, bro. That's the
I thought
crazy
you said a
part.
ting.
Yeah, a ting.
We did say a ting.
But I did say a ting. I did say a ting.
Yeah,
I take
yeah.
that back. So this is a real thing.
But
that
he had a
happened.
good point.
This was. But yeah, you're right with that. If it's something.
Yeah.
If it's something that you're
'Cause
trying
I've
to
been
pursue,
there.
if it's
I've
something
been
that's
there.
trying to pursue and they don't hit you back
Damn,
like
they
that,
curved you, Chris?
then obviously, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Damn.
I think we've all been curved before.
But I
thought you
think
never
it's.
got
I
curved
feel
before.
like
Nah, what?
I'm like, I don't know if it's. I don't want to say it's a woman thing. Maybe some guys do, but I just notice it more with women.
I do it too. I'm not gonna lie.
But not, no,
You
but
do
he,
it too?
but he was right. He was right. He was right. Because I
Yeah.
feel like women can't fake it as much because it's a feel thing.
Okay,
It's like if they fuck with you, they're gonna text you back.
they're gonna take you back.
100%, bro.
If they don't fuck with you like that,
They're
they're gonna text you
not
back.
gonna text you back. Okay,
A nigga like fake it more because it's like we more like logical. But like with women, let me know if I'm off base. But this is my experience. Like, yeah, like
bro. Even if I'm not trying to mess with a chick like that though, I'm gonna hit her back. Like I'm hit her back. Like yo, I can't. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something.
But see, you being in your logical male brain.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. That's logical and it makes sense.
Yeah,
But in emotions and feelings, it's like, yeah, I fuck with him, but I don't
Bro.
really fuck with him like that.
like okay.
I know.
Chick hit me.
I know.
Send the picture and all that. Yo, what's up? Da da da. You
And
know what I'm
hit her-
saying?
You hit her with the dick
Send
pic.
the ass shot,
That's crazy.
and I'm like,
You hit her with a what?
You hit her with the dick pic.
dick pic, nah. So, but I wasn't messing with it like that.
Yeah.
But you know, I didn't hit her back straight away because I was literally going to sleep right there, so I didn't want to get into nothing. So
How long did you take to hit her back?
the next morning?
Okay.
The next
bro.
morning.
Listen, she was with it at that moment. She hit you
Yeah.
with the pick. You
No,
slept.
but I'm saying, but
you
about-
literally slept on it.
I'm telling the story, bro, because I wasn't with it like that. What I'm saying is, even if I'm not with it like that,
I
I'm
get
gonna
the
hit
point
you
that
back.
you're saying. You wasn't fucking with her like that, but you still texted her back.
And I still
I
hit
get
her
what
back.
I get what he's saying.
You know what I'm saying? I hit her back like, this is this, that, and the third. So you know.
Oh, so you
And that's
told her
it.
I'm not really feeling you like that?
Yo, I let her
Oh.
know.
Well,
so it's like
It could also be because there's also ghosting at the same time, right?
facts.
Very possible that
That's the thing.
she could have like, you know how many average females, and I'm talking. The reason I say average is because you could only imagine with the hotter females the amount of DMs that they get, right?
Yeah,
You could be
Over communication.
yeah, but yeah,
No, yeah, like
yeah.
she reached her threshold.
She-
Yeah.
yeah. With the first one I mentioned.
Circle.
With the first one I mentioned,
Because
yeah.
sometimes like even me, I've had moments where I was talking to multiple women, and then
Mhm.
there was one that just piqued my interest more than the other, and I'm like, you know what?
You just forget about them.
you just forget about the other. Like this conversation is way more interesting, so I'm gonna just be on that.
She
Facts.
way better. I'm
You
on
know,
her.
it could also be that if this is true, whoever it was that she was speaking to was already there first. Their conversation is way more developed. You know, so when you hit her with something that wasn't even like anything crazy,
it was like
it was
whatever.
just
This is not going anywhere anyway.
Yeah,
so
you were like
whatever.
already a dub. You know, because she
Facts.
was on whoever it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
And I think that's a good point too to add on. In my experience, if we're talking about over communication, getting back to people,
Yeah.
I found that women are worse with that than men. As far as like between business and personal, like I'm responding to what I got to respond to, but they have way more unanswered messages.
Yeah. I'm not
We
gonna hold
do.
you. I'm still
Listen,
gonna
bro.
just to be a fucking decent person though. Like I'm just gonna
They're not decent people.
just gonna hit you back. Like with something like you don't have to.
The game is the game, bro.
Damn, it's crazy.
Yeah, and the thing is too that nowadays, and if you even breathe next to a woman, she automatically thinks like he's trying to get my attention.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
So
so
even-
you texting them, that's
No,
really like, he want me.
He wants.
Oh,
me.
he trying to fuck me right now.
You know
It's
what I
like,
mean?
I would just text it to
Yeah,
say
but
what
I
up.
got your
They
math.
look at every dude
I
like
got
that.
your math. That means you gave it to me. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on.
Yeah.
So there was something was going on there before. So even if it's not there now, have the decency to say, hey, what? I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
but are you ever gonna see this person again? Would you ever cross
The
paths
first
with them?
person was actually someone I was not trying to pursue when I said like hit me back.
Yeah.
But I will see this person again. You know that person. You know that person.
Okay.
I will see them again at some point in time. But I'm like, yo, just hit me back. Let me know what's going on.
So I think that's another thing because you brought up a good point, right?
Yeah.
That like how we communicate is different. Like because we got all these different channels to communicate, and how you text somebody is like not really how you talk on the phone. And I think some people know it, and then some people don't. So like
Yeah.
when you texting, it's like it's kind of like a whole different like world, and it's like it's got different rules to it. So like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Somebody texting you back,
And the
means something.
the energy on the text is different, you know. So that's why I feel like some things get lost in translation sometimes. Sometimes that's when you might need to make that phone call sometimes, and so they can hear your voice and hear the reflection in your voice. Go ahead, Chris.
If you don't mind me asking, what was the message?
That's a good question.
It was. You know what?
I gotta break this down, bro.
You know what?
He's like, yo, I need some more info. What's up, dog?
You said WID. What you doing?
Yeah.
I'ma read
I hope you
exactly.
ain't saying
I'm gonna
that,
leave the
bro.
name out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yo, what's good? Call me when you get a chance. That's it, bro. And there was one before that too. And the only reason I bring it up because there's two. There's
messages.
two
it's a done
unhit
deal, my
back
boy.
messages.
It's a done deal.
Hit me back when you get a chance. Peace.
You want to explain it?
Hey, can you tell us after the pod who it is?
I will most definitely tell you
Alright.
who it is.
What would you say? What?
I said, do you want to explain it or do you want me to explain it? Because we both know, but you
No,
know.
yeah, it's 100%. She's
And this
just
is
not-
a friend. This is not.
Okay,
It doesn't
he
matter.
gonna give you
bro.
the answer, bro. He gonna tell you right now, bro.
It doesn't matter
He
if it's
gonna
a
tell you
if it's a friend.
Preach.
You got her math. She know what type of time you want. You're
Yeah.
a dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dudes hunt. You feel me? She knows that. Listen,
You can sugarcoat it all
When
you
I
want.
tell you who it is after this, you're
See,
gonna
he
be
trying
like,
to
it don't make sense.
sugarcoat it right now.
You're gonna say it
gonna
don't make
say
He's
it
sense.
trying to
doesn't make sense?
sugarcoat it right
Why?
now.
You're gonna
Okay.
say it doesn't make sense.
because of their personality or something.
Look. He's trying to sugarcoat
Yeah.
it. Yo, he's trying to sugarcoat
You're gonna
it.
say it doesn't make sense. When I tell you who it is after, you're
Nah.
gonna say, "Oh wow, what the fuck?"
It makes sense.
you
It
know,
makes
you know.
sense.
Who
in
makes
some
sense.
capacity. It definitely does.
And he's gonna give. He got a theory, but whatever.
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
You're gonna do that. So yeah, man. So yeah, it's a lot to get into when you're talking about that communication.
Yo, it's a lot. I try to keep it simple, and we don't have to stay here because
Yeah, because we can get
yeah, but I just try to keep it simple these days and keep it efficient.
yeah.
And I guess the last thing is that I noticed that people don't. Everybody like do their own shit in different ways. So if I try to like text, some
Mhm.
people try to call. If I try to email somebody, and it's like, all right,
Right.
I gotta like adapt. But
Yeah, that's
Right.
what it is. It's just adapting.
oh, it's a lot of
You
adaptation.
got to train that muscle, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. All right, we're
Cool.
here.
So this is something that we can always come back to.
Yeah, what you got?
There's another topic.
Yo, real quick, I
Yeah.
just want to. This is very random,
Yeah.
but I know that Drake dropped an album recently,
He did.
and I don't know if y'all listen to Drake.
I
But
do.
there's this one song that I'm so pissed off at.
What's it?
It's the one with Bad Bunny.
We should talk about that.
I ain't listened to
Why
it.
why should we talk about that? Because people can't see you.
What, Hispanic?
Yeah, like it counts.
Nah, but look,
Bad Bunny's Puerto Rican though, no?
I like Bad
He can
Bunny's
understand what you're
music.
saying.
I like his
Okay.
music, but I'm not a fan. Like, I don't,
Okay.
I'm not like all about Bad Bunny or nothing like that.
Yeah.
You got
Well,
a
the
poster.
thing is, like, my thing is that Bad Bunny's the biggest artist in the world,
He is.
right?
And he dropped an album today.
And he
that's
dropped
pretty
an
cool.
album.
Yeah.
Drake gets the fucking, I don't know who, I'm guessing he brought Bad Bunny on, but it's like, if you have him on, bro, you have the potential to have the biggest song of the year, of the holidays, whatever. I don't know,
Yeah.
right? Drake and
That's
Bad
pretty
Bunny,
interesting.
bro. And the shit that Drake was spewing on his album, on that song that they got,
I seen Basura.
basura, bro.
Oh wow.
It was
I ain't hear
so bad, bro. It's such a bad song. Everybody that I've brought it up to says the same exact thing. Bro.
But it's because they didn't record it together.
I've been hearing the album is not
They didn't
great.
record it together.
It doesn't
It's a good
matter.
album. I'm not gonna let y'all say that.
That
It's a good
song
album.
should have never touched
Okay.
the album.
But they didn't record it together.
It doesn't
Drake
matter.
Did his, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, because do you want to know why it matters?
Why?
Because if they did the song together, then it's actual. They're crafting the song.
Yeah.
Because Drake is who he is and Bad Bunny is who he is.
Yeah.
So them doing a record together is a different record.
Did you listen to it?
Yes, multiple times.
How, from a scale of 1 through 10, how hard did Drake try on his shit?
All right. Before I answer that,
You have to know he's a big fanboy.
I'm a big fan. But before I answer that, because I like both their projects, that's why I keep going back to this. It sounds like two separate records.
It
So
does, yeah, it does.
That's my point. So I can't listen to it as like one record because like I loved Un Verano Sin Ti. Like I love that. And then I love like pretty much all the Drake's projects. It sounds like two separate records because Bad Bunny just sent in the vocals. And I feel like Drake just, he just did his shit because he went off on the whole album. So like
Said
on
he
that,
phoned it in.
So this
He
is
ju-
what
he
fanboys
just
are
phoned
like,
it in.
bro?
yeah, they both like,
So it was like okay.
if you listen, it sounds like two separate records.
But my thing, and I understand that it's two separate records or whatever.
Yeah.
You can make whatever excuse you want.
I mean, that's what
Why
happened.
did that song make it on the album?
Because it's Drake and it's Bad Bunny. So it's gonna do numbers regardless.
this song make it on the album?
It's just-
Yeah, I'm not gonna let y'all do that.
Bad Bunny's part is decent. It's pretty good. It's decent.
Yeah.
But Drake's part was just like he doesn't like he disrespected Bad Bunny with that.
Yeah. With that
Yes.
effort.
Oh, that's how
with
you
that
felt?
effort.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Lackluster effort. I didn't hear it. I'm just talking
like
shit.
a
crazy.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
This dude
yeah.
didn't even try, or it was on purpose, purely on purpose.
I don't think it's that. I think that Drake was trying to give Bad Bunny the record more because Bad Bunny's verse was way longer than Drake's like.
I don't
intro.
care whose verse was longer. Drake could have had a 10-second verse. That was hot garbage. He was just saying random
Yo,
shit.
you know what's funny about
That's
this? Because
crazy.
Chris has said, and I think he's even said on this podcast that
Yeah.
he's not even like a big music person like that. But the fact
clearly
that he
he is.
feels like this,
Yo,
Yeah.
exactly.
hilarious.
Clearly.
It's really,
He had to bring
it's
it
really
up.
bothering. It just bothered me.
That's not
You
one
know
of my
why?
favorite records, so I'm not mad at it.
Cause look, I was hanging out with my girl, and we actually listen to music a lot together,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh my god, the new Drake album dropped,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Play that shit, hell yeah!"
As you should.
Played a couple songs.
Put that shit on.
The first two were type trash, like they were okay,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like, all right, whatever.
Mhm.
And then that song comes on, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is the one with Bad Bunny."
Yeah.
And I'm
It's at the
listening
end of
to
the
it.
album, so don't act like it's in the beginning.
What?
It's at the end of the album. It's towards the end.
No, but I think we were on YouTube, is what it was.
Oh, okay. Got
yeah,
it, got
yeah.
it.
And so we played it, and it was, I just could not believe what I was hearing, bro.
Wow.
So,
Like Drake was trying to do it in Spanish too.
What was it?
which he's done before, but I do feel
But
like he
he's
did it
and that's
better.
and I said that
He did it better
The song
before.
he did with Usher, I think it was Promise, was it?
No, he had a song with Bad Bunny.
No. Oh, well, yeah.
he
That
did.
one.
2016, 2017.
Way better
And,
effort.
and Romeo Santos?
Way
was
better.
it?
I don't remember, but way better.
That was a good
I'm just
record.
saying that his
Mhm.
Spanish was a lot better there too.
Yeah.
And this one, he didn't even try to sound good with Spanish, bro.
Wow. No accent.
No, like
I
nothing.
don't. I
bro.
don't know what happened
Wow.
with that record. It's not one of my favorite records. But there's
Wow.
mad records on there that
I'm
I
just
like.
mad.
Draw
I'm just
Picasso or Drew Picasso. I forget which one. That's a fire record.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a couple before that. Like he's
No,
got
I
records
actually
on there.
only listened to like a couple, like 5 songs.
Do you
and
like
I'm,
any
and I'm
song?
like, it's over.
Oh, that was it.
I'm
You're
like,
just
it's
like,
over.
I'm done.
This is bad. Bad News.
What do you think about
Check
Bad Bunny's
this.
album?
But I'm not really like a Drake fan like that.
Well, clearly,
Yeah.
it's okay.
I also don't dislike him. I'm just not like,
Just not a
oh
fan.
my God,
Yeah,
Drake,
yeah,
Drake,
it's all
Drake,
good.
Drake.
What do you think about Bad Bunny's album?
I haven't listened to it.
You should listen to it.
I should listen to it, yeah.
You listen to it?
I haven't listened.
It's just
to
that
it.
I listen
I
to other
downloaded
music,
it.
bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an underground artist. I remember, I think I was talking about that.
Okay, Bad Bunny's not underground. He's the biggest
He's
artist
not,
in the world.
but what I'm saying is that even I haven't listened to his album, but I was listening to like other music today.
Yeah, they said there's a lot less reggaeton on there, which I think is interesting.
Oh, I heard he was talking about
I don't know what he's talking about. 'Cause I can't understand.
wasn't
That's
that
the
song-
irony. He's got slaps, but it's like I don't know what he's
Nah,
saying.
he made a song. I think he mentioned Kendall Jenner or some shit.
Oh, they're dating.
yeah, they're
They
dating.
got a penthouse in Chelsea.
So the bar,
150,000 a month.
150,000 a month.
150,000.
they
a
could
month.
afford that. You know,
You damn right they could.
uh,
150,000
money,
a
bro.
month.
Yeah, I saw pictures of the penthouse. It's pretty.
We over here looking at rent for 2,000, going like, damn. bro.
Ugh.
I mean, it's
Broke.
a modest penthouse. You know, I probably would have did something. A little
It's
bit
modest?
More. It's modest. I would have did something a little bit more, but
Yeah, you would have did something a little bit more.
you already know. You know how I get down.
I know. How
You know how I give it up.
I know you get down.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I just wanted to mention that.
Okay,
real
yeah,
quick,
no,
'cause
get it off your
I
chest,
had
bro.
to get that off my chest, bro.
Nah,
I
but
feel you.
overall, the
Yeah.
album was good. I had mixed reviews. I enjoyed the album.
Yeah.
I think it was a good project.
Are you
Now-
biased? Are you biased?
What is bias, man?
You're biased.
I wouldn't say that I'm biased.
You got to be objective when you
he's-
listen to
he's
these
biased.
albums, bro.
He's biased.
But actually, how is that being biased if I enjoyed the album?
No, I'm just.
You gotta
are
say
you a
like
Drake
you shouldn't. Well, not that you should. I know when I'm biased. Not like my favorite album.
Are you biased right now?
Like Nas my favorite, and there's some albums where I'd be like, listen, that's my favorite artist. But if you said it's not good, I won't argue with you.
Wait, that's,
You know what I'm saying?
that's the other thing. Like,
I won't
just-
argue with you.
it just
It's
dropped.
subjective.
Well, no, it just dropped. It
does
hasn't
that
even
mean?
been a week.
So
So it's like with any kind of music, you need time to like sit with it. So that's
That
my
only
stance.
happened a couple times with me where I went back to something and I was like, you know what?
Like I'm still,
It's not that bad.
I'm still exploring.
Usually with music, I hear it and it's gonna
Mm.
catch me straight away.
Yeah, I'm not like
There's it's rare when I go back to something. I'm like, this is not that bad. It's happened though. It's definitely happened. But yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Chris.
someone's got to talk about it because this is, in
Hey,
conversation right now.
Listen, we had to talk about it because if you felt like that, then
Yes.
wow.
You do feel passionately about this.
then wow.
You feel passionately about this.
Yeah, you were passionate about
I
that.
just couldn't believe how bad it was. Is what it really was. That's it.
I wish I could understand the verse of what Bad Bunny was saying. To like really.
no, his was fine. I'm talking about Drake.
All right,
Yeah,
all right. Not too much on Drake.
Okay.
He said, all right, this
right.
is too
It's
much.
enough. It's enough.
So, what I wanted to get into
What you got?
is so what experiences in your life molded you into the person that you are today?
You sure you want to start with me? You don't want to start with me. You sure you want to start with me? You don't want to start with me.
Let's
Start
start
with
with
one
Chris.
of you guys.
Of course.
Let's start with Chris.
Starting with Chris.
I was actually thinking about this question because
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to look back at your, at your life,
Yeah,
right? I know I'm only
you can
27.
give just a couple aspects.
I would say this is one specific one
Mm-hmm.
because I was actually saying this to my girl, but as I was growing up,
Yeah,
I was very quiet. I was to myself. People actually thought that I was like retarded.
what was funny
Hey.
is that I was going to use the
Hey.
same word, retarded.
mentally challenged, guys.
Mentally, people thought that I had issues,
Come on.
Yeah.
guys.
right? Like people in my family because I wouldn't do well in school,
Mm-hmm.
but mostly because I was just bored of it. Like I want to do anything there.
It wasn't challenging enough.
I just didn't want to be there.
You just didn't want to be.
I'm
there.
just like,
School
what is
was
this
trash.
Okay.
You just thought that
Yeah.
out there, but you
So
like school.
yeah, like my mom actually took me to go get evaluated one time.
Oh wow,
Okay.
Yeah, but luckily they were taking so long that she got impatient.
I got a funny story about that. You said that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so we ended up leaving or whatever. But the reason was the reason I was like that was because I was very observant, and I
Virgo.
was like talking to myself in my head all the
Virgo.
time when I was younger, and
Mm-hmm.
as I saw things, I would ask questions to myself and why and whatever,
Yeah.
and I would just see things unfold, like the way my family used to act back then, the way I saw them talking about each other behind their back,
Mm-hmm.
all of that, and
And we kind of
yeah,
we share that, but yeah, go ahead.
even like
yeah.
even I used to think a lot of why my parents weren't together. And I remember asking my dad all the time to tell me why.
Oh.
And he would get so pissed off. Like
you get pissed?
And then he used to tell me like, I'll tell you when you're a teenager, when you're 15, I'll tell you.
Oh.
Because you're not gonna understand.
Huh?
15.
15 what? Years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're quinceañera. That's awesome. Okay, go ahead though. That's so cool. It always comes back to the quinceañera.
Not at my quinceañera, thankfully.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
But nah. He told me what it was that happened, and I heard his side of the story. Then I heard my mother's side of the story. They were completely different, by the way.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And turns out that he was just cheating a lot. And,
I was about to say, damn, not the classic. That's something else.
Cheating a lot. He had kids with another woman, and like while being with my mom, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was very observant, and I always ask questions. So when I found this out, I was like, okay, I shouldn't. Like those things are bad. I just remember thinking to myself, like, I'm never gonna be like my dad. Whatever I do, I can't be like him.
Damn,
those
so
aspects.
That's a good lesson, though.
That's where we get this Chris from. There's this extra loyal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I do explain that a lot. Like my friends, sometimes they ask me like, why is it that how am I able to be like that or whatever? Because I do get attention from a lot of women. But especially when I'm outside.
Look at him getting this shit off.
Because I've been outside.
He's been outside a couple times.
Yeah.
And
touched grass a couple times.
This pod knows.
Yeah. And I'll just
that makes a lot of sense, bro.
Yeah, I'll tell them my story in a minute. And it's just like, it's just I have like this desire, I guess you could call it, or whatever. Just not to be like my father, not commit the same mistakes. Yeah. And also I've always been very afraid of my mom thinking like, damn, he turned out like his dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why.
Wow. You know what? That reminds me of an interesting line. Like, because he's got different options for women. He don't have any game. Some women just understand his story.
Nas.
Full circle.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, but we...
look, see? I know. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's dope that you get your story off and you kind of like tell girls that you're dealing with.
Because I'm not going to hold you, bro. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? No bomo. Like, Chris is a good looking dude. So I'm just like, come on, bro. Come on. You got to get some things going on, bro. You're still young.
People tell me that shit.
Like, you got to come on now.
Yeah.
But now I understand. Now I understand. Yeah,
it was just, and the thing is that now it's not even like, it's just almost ingrained in me. I don't even have to try, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
But you know what, man? That's what's up. I kind of have something like that, but I ain't going to touch on my thing yet.
Hey, yo.
No.
Yo. Look me in the eyes and say, hey, yo.
I did.
He looked me dead in my eyes and said,
dead in your eyes.
I feel mad uncomfortable, dog.
And said, I'm not going to touch my thing yet.
Yeah, all right, so that's actually
how many times, we should have, man, we should have like just Cam and Mace review our shit and just be like, let's see how many times these motherfuckers
they couldn't make it through our pod. They couldn't.
They couldn't make it through this pod. They couldn't make it through this pod.
So
what story? What we got, Sean?
I don't know. Should I say it? Should I give them the tea?
Give them a little something. Give them a little aspect. What molded you?
Damn, I think it was the first time I thought about coming out the closet, like for real.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm not gonna be sharing if y'all gonna be laughing at me.
Oh boy.
I thought this was a safe space.
Coming out the closet.
Go ahead.
About how I feel. I'm still not out the closet, but since y'all making fun of me, I'm just gonna go back in.
Yeah. Hop back in the fucking closet, bro. Hop back in, and I'll tell us another story.
Yes, okay. I'll tell another story.
Yeah,
because it's not a safe space.
Yeah,
I feel unsafe. Feels very dangerous.
It is dangerous. It is. It's dangerous. It is. So
yo, pack that shit up.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Okay, so let me see something that molded me. I got a lot of different like stories, but I guess something recent.
Yeah,
because I don't want to go back like too far.
Or go back?
I would say travel. I would say travel.
Okay.
You know, I went
That
to.
sounds recent.
So it was recent and it was a while ago. Like I went to France, like kind of like coming out of like, college, university, you know. But then also like going to Colombia, going to where else I go? Went to Canada. I went to some places.
Okay.
But yeah, just seeing and interacting with different people. Cause the cool thing about travel is like you'll meet people that you can't meet anywhere else unless you're traveling. And that like somebody told me that, and somebody that was traveling told them that.
Like people outside of your bubble, outside.
Yeah,
of your
well,
everyday.
like whoever you meet, it's like it would not have been possible to meet them unless you yourself were also traveling.
Okay.
So that just always boggled my mind. Like, all right, so it boggled my mind because it's like looking at like atoms and electrons. Like if you observe it, I don't know if people know about quantum physics. If you observe it, it does one thing, but when you take your eyes off of it, it behaves differently.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, so yeah, just look at Ant-Man, Marvel, Quantum Mania. They explain it pretty well and it's entertaining.
Okay.
But it just boggled my mind. It's like I never would have met you here unless I was doing this thing. So if like if I'm just on a linear track, which is like my everyday life, I'll never meet you out here unless I'm like doing this or like my brain processes it that way. So anyway, and I met like a lot of cool people.
Okay.
A lot of cool people.
And how did this
it made me realize
forge you?
The world is a lot smaller than I originally thought.
Did you were like meeting the same people? You went to some place in Europe and then met the same person you seen in Colombia or some shit?
I mean, not the exact same person. I'm not being literal.
Okay.
This is figurative.
Okay.
But it's a really dope experience.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right.
You don't feel like you're away from home. It's like, oh shit. Like this is kind of like being back.
And how did this add to you? Like what that just made you like how did it form a piece of Sean?
It made travel like really essential for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I actually had that experience that you said about. So I used to work with somebody in 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
At a place called Mr. G's in New Jersey. It was like a club.
Okay.
And on that trip that I went to England, I fucking found them there.
Oh,
that's crazy.
We were both at the baggage claim.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was like, and I hadn't seen her in years.
Yeah.
And I was like, Nicole, her name was Nicole.
Oh shit, Nicole.
And I was like, yo, what the I'm like, what are the odds? And to her, it wasn't even as weird. For me, it was just like, bro, of all places, fucking England.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
right there at the baggage claim, bro. I was like, what the hell?
Some chick from New Jersey? Or you used to work together in New Jersey?
Yeah, we used to work together. Yeah.
Wow, that's some crazy.
Never had nothing with her. It was just, you know.
Just putting that out there. You had to put that out there. All right.
Disclaimer.
Just a coworker. You know,
that's dope when that happens though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really dope.
That shit was so crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Gotta travel more, guys.
Yeah.
Get out there.
So
what about you?
You know, I feel this is something that we probably will get back to again, also too, maybe in another pod. But we'll keep it short. This used to come from not so much my friends, but more like my family members. Like they always used to say that I was super defensive. As soon as they told me something, you get mad defensive. You get defensive. You're defensive about it as soon as you tell you something. And I used to, I guess, be defensive and be like, no, I'm not. What are you talking about? And then I was like, I listen all the time. So then, you know, even though I thought I wasn't, I guess over the years, I would be like, okay, maybe I'm defensive. So then someone would say something, I would take back, and I would analyze myself, and analyze whatever situation they said I was defensive in or whatever it was. And now it's like it's way easy for me to maybe I'm still defensive in some way. I don't really think so, but possibly.
I don't get that from you.
But it's way easier for me to analyze myself. Like I can look, I look at myself and be like, I'm I'm not doing this correctly, or I'm doing like it's way easy for me to analyze myself for the most part. With a lot of things, I keep it funky with myself constantly. Like I'm supposed to do something and I just didn't do it, and there's just no excuse, and that's on me. Like it's easy for me to put it on me. Like it's something that I thought was like negative. Like why would you always tell someone they're defensive? But then it was like, you know what? Even if it was a negative thing, I turned it into a positive. Because
how did you get that from defensive? I think that's interesting, but how did that like translate?
Just because they kept telling me something that I didn't feel, I didn't think.
Oh,
so it
okay.
made me look at myself. I analyzed it. I was like, am I being defensive? Am I this? And so it's just it makes it easier for me to analyze myself. And I bring that up because a lot of people they can't look at themselves and be like, you know, I do this and this is
Chris,
not great.
You can't look at yourself.
You know what I mean? Or I'm good at this or whatever. Like some people like they lie to themselves all the time.
Well, I think that's most people, to be honest.
A lot of people do.
It is hard to like self-reflect.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna give people shit for that.
I'm pretty decent at self-reflection.
Really?
Me too.
Yeah.
I've gotten very good. I think that in the past like year and a half, maybe actually the past year. Actually, since I started doing shrooms.
That's
you do
crazy.
shrooms now?
I don't do them anymore though.
I'll bring up one more thing
haven't
too,
done them
which
in a
I'm
while.
still working on now.
Yeah.
I will come back to you, Chris. But another thing is some of my actual like friends, my good friends, would be like, listen, man, yo, we need to reach out more. I still don't do that every night. I be in my own head, and I don't reach out a lot just because shit is going on. But I, you know,
20 minutes ago, you were a master communicator. Now you don't reach out.
No. I don't reach out enough, is what I'm saying.
Okay, you gotta get my shit together, buddy.
I gotta get my shit together. But yeah, but I reflect. But I know what I'm doing, and I'd be like, fuck, I gotta reach out more.
I thought you were on top of your communication.
My whole shit.
How come you don't reach out?
Listen, I am reflecting on that.
Oh, okay.
That's what's going on. It's just taking a little bit longer.
Okay.
Than before. So yeah. So to
I think that's a dope lesson.
All my peoples that I'm not reaching out to, I'm still working. I'm still working on
Work
that.
in progress?
Still work in progress.
Somebody reached out to me recently, and I didn't reach back. And I don't know if I'm going to reach back.
Is it someone that we all know?
Oh, it's not.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
No,
okay,
and
okay.
I actually haven't brought that up.
Okay.
But yeah,
okay.
what do y'all think about that? Like, if somebody reaches out to you to
and
like
why aren't you going to reach back to this person?
I'm getting there.
Like on.
This is it's October, spooky hours.
So let's get into what we were talking about. What we were talking about before about why didn't you reach out to this person?
Because now it's gonna be a big thing. I don't want to talk about it.
Why? Because they might see it.
Because it just happened. It's fresh.
Oh, super fresh?
Yeah, so it's like it's gonna be hard for me to G it and act like.
Because you're thinking about reaching out still.
No, I want to have a broader conversation that's not just on Sean. Yeah. And the broader conversation is like, yo, if somebody reaches out to you, kind of going back to communication, but y'all haven't talked, how do you feel about not reaching back out if like a certain amount of time has passed and it's like, I don't really feel like reconnecting like that? Because we haven't been speaking.
Is that being petty? Because would you mind actually speaking to this person? Is this person of the opposite sex?
Yeah, this person's of the opposite sex.
But,
go ahead, get your shit off. It sounds like we got a topic. Sounds like we got a topic.
Yeah.
Right,
so is that being a little petty? Like, oh, you only reaching out to me now? Like, so I'm not going to talk to you because so much time has passed.
It's not.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why.
All right.
It is situations where it could be petty. But in this situation, it's not like a tit for tat. Like, oh, we hadn't spoke. Now it's not. And honestly, I would say if it was.
I was like, oh, you don't want to talk? Oh, you want to talk now? Okay, we're not talking.
And because I've done shit like that in the past. Not to this person, but just in general.
Yeah.
So I would tell you, it's not that. It's something different. And it's like some new emotions for me, which is, oh, I'm actually in a different space from when we last corresponded. Because some time has passed. Some time has passed.
Okay.
Like a season or two has passed.
Okay.
To put it in context.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna ask how much time.
Because if we talking like a week or two or three,
right,
it's a different conversation. So a season or two has passed. And it's just like, I'm actually like not really in that space to really reconnect, one. And then two, it's like, it's kind of why I had brought this shit up earlier. I'm not really in the space to like talk right now.
Right.
Like, I'm getting my business going. I'm focused.
Talk.
You not
like,
adding no business or no value.
like relationship talk, you mean?
No. Bro, I don't want to talk to nobody right now or communicate.
Got you.
Unless you're a client.
Unless it's business.
If you're a client, I love all my clients. I love y'all. This is not directed to a job.
Yeah.
If you're a client or you want a website, I'm open for business. I'm not talking to y'all. But I'm saying like, just to chit chat, I'm in a space where it's like, yo, like I fuck with you. So if y'all call me, like, we're gonna talk. Aside from that threshold, I don't want to talk. And I've never been in this space before. So it's like, I'm seeing it more so as an intrusion, not like hey, we could reconnect. How do y'all feel about this? Have y'all been in similar situations? Do y'all feel what I'm saying? Do I sound crazy?
Oh, I've definitely had that before, boy.
Easy.
Try to reach out, and then they reach out months after.
And the timing is off.
You know, and I've been petty before. And I've been
So
like,
that's why you brought it up.
Well, because I've been petty before,
Okay.
bro. Because I'd be like, yo. Because you know what? Before, I've had it happen, and then I'll be like, oh shit, and then I hit him back straight away.
Oh, it's popping.
And then really, like, it's nothing. They just kind of wanted some schmuck to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then after a while, I was like, you know what, man? And I think we went over this before, but for whatever reason, with me, like, being a nice guy like that, or trying to be, I'm not saying I'm a nice guy, but I always try to be.
Now, you're an asshole. You're not a nice guy.
Right. So that shit just don't work out for me, bro. So I was be like, hey, whatever. Oh, you hit me now? I see that, but I don't. Like all y'all girls that be seeing the text and don't respond, that's how I do. I pull y'all move.
He's got a vendetta.
I pull y'all move, and I'll be like, all right.
It's a good move.
Sometimes you do the
It's
move.
a good move.
Yo, but nah, I've had that before. Like, yeah, and then they hit you back later. You're just like, nah.
Sometimes later it's too
I'm
late.
out. Yeah, I'm out.
Chris, how do you feel about that?
I haven't necessarily had anything like that happen. I mean, I have reconnected a lot with, you know, certain people that I've dated. Women, by the way.
Women, but yeah, there's no reason to
Why
even
did you
say
feel
that
the
shit.
need to say
out
that?
there.
Why did you feel the need to say
Women,
that?
by the way.
Because you just be saying shit.
Okay, my
He was prepared. He was just like, just in
yeah.
case say some shit. Yeah.
I've reconnected and stuff like that, and I haven't really had a moment where someone tried to reach back out when I'm like doing better. But for the most part,
I didn't say that, but I'm happy that he threw that in there. Thanks, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
yeah, because that's kind
like-
of what it is. Like, you're almost in a way, even if you're not necessarily doing better financially, you're already separating yourself from the pack by being a little
That's why I
bit.
fuck with him right there.
Yeah,
Speaking life into me right now. That's what's up, nigga.
yeah, bro.
Appreciate it.
That's really what it is.
Appreciate
and I mean, for me, even though I understand,
Yes.
I've had females hit me up just because I look better than before.
Copy.
Because who they knew me as before was just, as a matter of fact, I remember a moment where my friend that was a woman at the time, one of my best friends, when I was like 18, 19, growing up, actually, she tried to put me on one of her friends, and her friends just simply said, he's not my type. He said, he's cute, but he's not my type. I took it as, I'm not manly enough for this type of woman.
It hit you. You felt it.
I knew exactly what it was.
My man hit the weight rack. He went to the gym and said, "I got you."
She's the one. That was your Thanos moment.
You know what's crazy? That happened 8 years ago, and I've never forgotten.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, you're tatted up now, mad muscles, mad like fucking chiseled.
Yo.
Because
That's crazy.
It's mad funny too, because
That's crazy. One comment.
One comment did it.
I
So
wouldn't say
that molded you kind of sort of.
that right there did motivate me, because I always saw myself as like a weak dude. Like, I wanted to be perceived as grown, because you know, when doesn't matter what age you turn. When you turn 16, you feel like, damn, I'm 16, like I'm old.
Right.
When you're 17, it's the same thing. 18, same thing. No, literally. But because you're coming from 15, now you're 16.
I get what you're saying.
The sound of it makes it sound like you're growing, like you're grown.
Right.
And I wanted females to perceive me as like as a grown man or shit.
Yeah.
But they didn't, you know.
You're still not quite grown.
I'm not quite grown.
Yeah.
You know, I was still childish teenager, whatever.
Yeah.
And she was into like, you know,
older guys
and stuff like that.
As
So
usual.
that, I guess in a way, I wouldn't say that that's why I started lifting. The reason I started lifting was because my brother took me to the gym and I just ended up loving it.
Got it.
But did that shit play in my head a couple times?
That's all
Hell
you needed.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And you still think about it from time to time.
Who?
You still think about her or it from time to time.
Nah, but I know she hit me up like a couple months ago telling me like, oh, take me to the gym, train me.
How did that feel?
I was like,
Take me to the gym. Take me to the gym.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'll take your fat ass to the gym.
Yeah.
Is she fat?
I left her.
Did she get fat? Did she get fat?
Probably not fat.
I don't know.
Oh, yes, yeah. Okay.
I don't really like. I don't think she is fat. I just think she's probably just out of shape.
Well, see,
You know?
she's not even on his radar no more. He done upgraded. He got a joint. He got a girl now. He focused business. Like
I wanna just jump back to where you said something about 16. So you remember when you were in high school and you were around 16, 17 or whatever, and then somebody that was like 22 or 24 seems so old.
Yeah.
that's a
You remember
fact.
that?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
I
Bro.
just brought that up because I remember then there was these chicks and their boyfriends used to come pick them up in like the big Jeeps, the Land Cruiser, all that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
just shit
yo,
on you.
bro, why don't you leave those girls for us? Like, what the fuck? We can't compete with that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
they was
hard
like
to-
23, 24 and shit
Yeah,
like
I remember
that.
that shit too,
It's like, bro, we can't compete with that shit. So,
that's
that shit
crazy.
used to get me tight, bro.
Bro, I remember my cousin turned 13. And I'm like, how old are you now? I was like fucking 9 or 10 years old. He's like, I'm 13. His voice started getting deeper already.
Oh.
And I'm like, wow.
Wow.
You're 13 already? God.
You're old. Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, those are funny times, man.
But, you know, now I'm 27 and
Yeah.
I don't actually feel that old, but 27 is not young anymore, really.
Nah,
young
27
is relative.
27 is
Now,
still.
this is like, I was going to make this
Young
point.
is relative.
That when I'm your age,
Yeah,
fossils,
yeah.
I'm then
that's
gonna
me,
be.
big
I'm
fossil.
gonna look back and be like, damn, like, you know, now I'm old.
Yeah, because I look at
27
27
was
is
young.
still
Nah, 27
was
you
young
still
for me.
like 20. Nah, 29. Now you're like, now you looking. For me, when I was 29, I was like 29. That shit might as well be 30, bro. Like, just stop playing with me. Just turned to 30 already.
Yeah.
30
I
and
don't know, but
31
now
is
I
a
just feel a little
shift.
different. I don't know. It feels a little different. It feels like,
Yeah, because you cross over into different shit. I can
guess,
say that at my big age.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Cross over into different shit.
That's manhood right there, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like this year I started to like actually feel grown.
Yo, but on some
I'm gonna
shit,
be
like
honest.
niggas be like, oh, I wish I was young. Nah, bro. Like I did that already. I don't,
Well, that's why I say it's relative.
and I feel
'cause
fine now. I guess because I'm healthy, and
that's the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I look
That's
like I
the
feel
thing.
fine.
As long as you
But-
keep yourself up.
Yeah, I guess you just gotta keep up.
feel better than I did 10 years ago.
Yeah,
So it's like,
way more knowledgeable. Like you never stop learning. So it's just like, what are you talking about? I'd rather be.
and
here.
even for me, like working out, like I'm in better shape now than I was prior.
Mm-hmm,
So it's like I feel
Right.
better. And I think that contributes. Because if you feel worse
mm-hmm.
in the future, then you're going to be like, oh, I wish I was young.
Because we brought this up before. Like
Yeah.
most people don't actually work out or work out for real.
This is
You know what I'm saying?
important.
Like
You
they might
gotta
have
train.
gym memberships,
Yeah.
but they don't really work out. You know
gotta
what I'm
train.
saying? So when you get to a certain age, your body does start to betray you. This is a fact.
This is
But-
true. This is true.
If you're actually maintaining and still training hard enough, you fend that off.
Yeah, you do.
Right? You fend it off. So it's like I've had a couple clients come to me and they're like, "Yo, I'm 40 now, bro. And like this happened. This, that, and the third is happening."
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, jump in. But that because they didn't do anything up until that period of time. Or they did, but they weren't
Yeah.
really training. But it's like, if you training hard for real, you really fend that shit off. Because your body does break down. And most people feel jacked up once they get to those, higher ages or whatever, their body is actually breaking down. That shit is real. That shit does happen.
Who's gonna hop on gear when they get 60?
Bro,
I'm definitely.
Chris is raising his hand. I got that idea
60
from you.
gear?
So don't backpedal. I got this idea from you like 5 years ago.
I'm still thinking about it.
He was like, yo, when I hit like a certain age, he's like, fuck it, I'll just hop on gear.
Yeah.
And I think that makes, I'm not shaming you.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat as you.
No, I
think that makes sense.
Yeah.
And this is something I thought about too. Do y'all know the video game Cyberpunk 2077?
Yeah.
Okay, boom. How do y'all feel about modern advancements in medicine, like say 50 years from now?
This man,
like,
we got
upgrade
mad
some
cyborgs
shit.
walking around now. Look at these chicks.
No, that's true.
We got mad cyborgs walking around.
But I'm saying like 50 years from now,
Yeah.
and like
Get some real enhancements.
that's what I'm saying. Look, hear me out.
Yeah.
Niggas is like 70, 80, 90, right?
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that if that could potentially extend y'all life? Are y'all with that or y'all not with that?
Well, I don't know if I want my life to be extended. I
Okay.
mean, maybe I'll change my mind later though. Right now, I feel like I want to keep it as normal as possible because we're meant to die within our like 70s to 100 years old, right?
This is true.
I think the average age here is, what is it, like 70?
Some people
71,
say we were
72.
supposed to live for way longer.
Okay. All right. Not this spot. Because I already know where you're going. dog. No.
Some people say
Definitely not this pod.
You know,
All right.
but you know where
All
you're
right.
going.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone,
All right.
Like if they give you, if there's something you could take that could extend your life by 20 extra years, you could be like 120 or 116 years old type shit before you die.
Yeah.
Would you actually do that?
But we're talking about different things. I'm talking about quality of life.
I'm about to say, yeah, if you're gonna live that long,
I don't really
be
care about the
healthy,
numbers.
Feel good and
feel
stuff?
good and be healthy.
Like
yes.
you get a fucking implant on your arm and like I don't know, like Cyberpunk 2077 shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm down for that shit.
So
At, like,
listen,
80.
we're gonna end soon, but
Yeah.
I want to bring this up too because you
What's up?
brought this. Learning languages. I saw some shit some years back, and it was some wildness, like a chip implant in the brain.
Oh, I'm with that.
And it sounds crazy because it sounds like some real futuristic mind control,
Get your
like
shit
government gonna
ready.
control you because you have no choice shit. But listen, chip in the brain and it enhances your intelligence. They were talking, I think what I saw, it was something
That's
for
fucking Neuralink.
yeah. And it was right. I think it was fucking
It is
that I saw.
Neuralink. That's
and
exactly
because they were
what that
talking
is.
about like they were talking about you can learn languages, and I can't learn no fucking different languages now, man. It gets harder when you get older,
You can
bro.
with Neuralink. Just you wait and see.
Exactly. So I was like, yo, imagine that. You'll go to Japan.
The trial started
Bam.
already.
Huh?
Really?
Yeah,
The trial
trial's
started. The
already
trial started. It's not going very well.
No?
No, they had it. They're testing on couple.
Test
like
on animals first.
They're testing
Oh,
on some
thank God.
couple chimpanzees and shit. It's not. I think it went well for like one or two of them. It's not going.
It's gonna be like that. It's okay. It's gonna be like that.
Yeah,
I would
it's
do
not going
that
very
because
well.
that's what the brain and that could distort everything. I would do that after it's stable.
Yeah,
But the stuff I'm talking about, like 50 years from now, like I'm assuming it's been advanced so much
yeah.
that I'll take an enhancement to like make me function better. And I'm like, say I was on a cane or something.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
that's
I can
some
walk?
shit.
Yeah, I would
Technically,
do that.
me as a fucking modern day black hippie, I should be completely against that. But fuck that. That shit sounds too cool, bro.
Wait, which one, the Neuralink or like
The Neuralink shit, bro.
Yeah.
That sounds
You know
wild.
how much you can learn?
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be accessible to the public.
Probably not.
I
Not
don't think
this
so.
decade.
At least
Not this decade.
not the good ones.
Yeah.
Not the good shit. Yeah,
No.
yeah. I mean, I don't think that's gonna be a thing for a long time.
Yeah.
How soon?
No.
How soon before we start seeing? You think these advancements in like bio
maybe
technology?
as soon as we'll start to fucking take actual trips up into space.
Nah, I would say another 20 years.
You think that?
So 2043. You think this is
Yes,
like mainstream?
100%.
I'm being serious. Like if you got to put it,
I would give. I would see your
Bro.
20 years and raise you 30.
so 2053.
I would give 30 years 40.
I just think that the rate that we're accelerating,
Yeah.
we're making new shit every year and making
Yeah.
it better every year,
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
And
we don't
It
we don't
keeps
even
accelerating.
Guess what? We don't even see the real deal shit, bro.
exactly. That's what I was gonna say, and that's not even our best shit.
We don't even see any shit that the public has.
Right.
Usually
Yeah,
the government has army. Usually it's like army shit, but usually they have their technology is like 15 to 20 years ahead of our shit.
Yeah, because the aliens gave it to them and then it comes out.
And I heard that in the 90s.
Someone told
crazy.
me, I don't know if it's true or not, but I think it's true because he worked for an internet company. He said that the wire for DSL was available in the 1940s.
That's wild.
Obviously, the technology wasn't there.
Yeah.
It's not a conspiracy. But the actual wire and the physical thing existed in the 40s. So, like, I'm just saying as a simple example.
Okay.
All technologies now, to your point, is like, it's been here. Right. It just doesn't get rolled out till later. Or maybe there's just not a use for it until later. Okay. But you said 2043, you say 2053 for like biomedical engineering.
Yeah.
I say I don't have an answer. So I always just really want to know. I think it's somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I could see 2050 stuff being crazy, but I could see rollouts in like the 2040s. In the 2030s, because like remember, AI just came out like last year to the public in November. It's not been a year yet. So I think this is my predictions. It's my predictions. I think in the 2020s it's gonna get like rolled out. And I think 2030s things will be more stable and we'll get more benefits in like phones and computers and like video like cameras and stuff. Yeah. And I think 2040s, 2050s, it'll be more like, hey, let's do some stuff on people like biomedical. And it'll be more accessible. I don't mean in a bad way. I mean like in a, hey, this can enhance you, Neuralink, all that stuff.
Yeah, man. That's
gonna be expensive, bro.
You think so?
It's gonna be
for sure.
It's gonna be crazy.
Really? You think so?
You think so?
I don't know. Is there a price tag on it now?
That has to be
Has the price of a BBL gone down over the years?
It had to have. You can get one for like $5,000.
Hell no. It's probably still up, man. And they haven't mastered that yet. They've mastered the tits, but they have not mastered the ass. There's only a few asses that look okay.
Because I would say early adopting people. Yeah. You know, when it's supposedly good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be jacked up the price, especially if it's going to enhance your body. Like you're talking about shit that is like people that can't walk normally would now be able to walk, maybe run.
All jokes aside, that we need that. And I'm going to say this. I always say this. When I talk about this type of shit off air, we need to cut this shit and stop spending money on new army, new warfare shit every billions of dollars every damn year. I know it's some hippie shit. I know we make money off of war. This is one of the biggest money makers, but cut the shit, man. Like, how much more paranoid are we going to be in our lifetime to spend billions of dollars every year on how to kill somebody? Let's take that money, allocate that to, this person can't walk. Oh, let's hook you up with a new spine, bro.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Hook you up with a new
That's awesome, but that's in a perfect world, bro.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. But people let go. But that bullshit with that money spending, Chris. Definitely in a perfect, like the way we do it right now. Of course, you can't envision that because the first thing people will say is you're taking jobs away from people because now we're not making military equipment.
It's not even that, bro.
That'd be the first thing, but then the next thing would be like, how are we going to defend ourselves? These people have this. These people have that.
That's really I don't know if people have crazy shit like we make. Yeah, but
no, America is the best, bro.
I don't know, but the thing is, like,
we got the best stuff, bro.
No matter what, we as a nation, if we want to stay safe and powerful and whatever, we have to keep making shit because.
And I feel that's the reason why we keep making shit because we want to have that. We want to have that trump card over everybody.
Yeah, and because we have to also. There's a lot of countries that don't fuck with us.
Yeah, the economy runs on war. So
we know that. We know armies, war is
armaments
and religion. War and religion, these are two biggest money makers. All right. So it's like
So how do you can't just swap that out?
What I'm saying is as
like the world economy,
as a civilization, as a people.
But you're presupposing we're civilized.
As a people, let's cut the shit. I mean, it's very simple, but humans love to make stuff difficult for no damn reason.
But you think it's simple. I don't think it's simple. I think it's really
simple.
difficult.
It is simple. It's difficult because we love to make things difficult. Like you're making things difficult.
So
I mean, you're fucking around, but
how would you make that happen?
But that's how people do.
How would you make that happen? Just everybody puts down their guns?
Bro, put your shit fucking down.
Nah, but the thing that you know what the problem is?
Yeah.
That not everyone is like you, bro.
Yeah, that's a good
There's a lot of evil people. The people that rise up in power, the people that run the world, those are the most evil people.
Bro.
Because you have to be a certain kind of crazy to want to.
You know how I feel. You know how I feel.
Mm.
I'm not gonna call myself, I'll never call myself a good person. I'm someone that tries to be a decent person every day. And everyone can do it. Everyone can fucking try to be decent. So
everyone
it's
can try to be decent, but there's people out there, bro. Like, let's think about. Look, even the most like surface level people are like scammers, right? Scammers that steal from people and take their money and or whatever. Yeah, people like that exist, bro. So at the highest level, we're talking about like corrupt politicians and all that shit.
Yeah.
And dictators and all those.
So you're saying we're just so far down the shit
I just think that we are
that we can't
diverse
just be something.
people.
We can't do something as simple like every country get together and say
I
the tops
wish.
of every country and be like, yo,
no, the thing.
like why do we even need to pretend like we need to fight each other? Like for what? What?
Yeah. That's
Just
like I said.
cut that.
I would love that, but like I said, it's unrealistic. It's
unrealistic because of we know how humans are.
Exactly.
We know how humans are. Yes, it is
Exactly.
unrealistic. I will say myself.
Yes.
But that is also it can be a reality. It can be a reality easily.
It can be, yeah.
But we just don't.
I think
want it to
Jesus
be.
needs to come, and then it's a reality.
I don't know if Jesus needs to come, but his angels need to come, aka angels. So something need to come.
But that's a debate right there. Because
so something needs to happen.
Because if Jesus comes back, that's Christianity, right? But then Muslims would be like, oh, that person is not Jesus. That's the Dajjal, which is the false prophet. And they'd be like, oh, our prophet is coming back. And then you have
Muhammad?
another. Yeah, Muhammad's supposed to come back. Thank you. And then Jews would say, no, it's not this person, it's this person. So it's like, even if the Messiah came back, we would still be fighting on who's the Messiah.
That is maybe.
So it's like there's no.
I mean, whatever, bro.
That's important.
Some shit
Like,
needs to go down. I mean, that's some religion stuff.
That's important.
And technically, Jews and Christians are technically the same thing when you really think about it.
But I don't think they feel that way.
Well, those are European Jews. But anyway,
it's been like that for like thousands of years.
Okay. We can get into that another time. But we can get into another time.
Like that.
But yeah. Technically the same thing. I mean, because look, they read the same. The Torah is, what's the Torah? The Torah is the first half of the Bible.
It's a part of it, but then it's expanded.
Yeah, and they just don't believe.
But do they agree? They
just don't believe in the second half.
But do they agree on the same things? Yes or no? Do they have different?
They don't want to.
Yes or no?
Because humans. They don't want to because humans.
I think what you were talking about, going back to the original point.
Yeah.
I think it's like a transition. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
like you're talking about something idealistic. You're talking about what's happening now. I just feel like we're just in a transition. I feel like things are going in a better direction,
Mm-hmm.
and like old stuff is changing over into new stuff.
Uh-huh.
But before that happens, it's not just like a Thanos snap. It's like it's a transition. So that's why we're seeing so many things like breaking down and changing and things like that. I think people are going more towards what you're saying. Like, all right, let's find a better way.
Some people are trying.
But then you got all these people. It's like, yo, I've been in office for like 50 years, 40 years or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Some people just don't want to change. They just don't want to change.
A lot of people don't, but then a lot of people do.
Yeah.
It's going to take some time, guys.
There's a lot of things you got to change, man. There's a lot of baseline things you got to change, which we'll talk about on another
Here to unpack the
pod.
issues.
Yeah, we'll talk about another baseline change of humans. How do we make this thing right? Anyway, thank you, everybody, for being with us, rolling with us. Stay dangerous. 360 once again. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.